take him out.
Yeah.
And a taser. And a taser.
Yeah.
You know, but at the same time, even after that, they still, like, he would go in the middle of the ring, and then, like, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, and a couple other dudes, I think they were still running with the NWO, were coming out there, and before the loss, you see Goldberg chucking NWO guys left and right.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, the next night after the pay-per-view where he lost, he gets swarmed, and everybody starts stomping on him.
That's what I'm saying.
And I'm
man.
like, you're not gonna still have Goldberg have that fucking where it took an object to take down Goldberg. You still should have made him to where he's chucking fucking black and white shirts everywhere.
After you get cattle prod, that was Goldberg's real only weakness.
It was his kryptonite.
Exactly. And after that, it was like the which son is it? The red son? Nah. Which son is it? The Superman.
Red Sun.
Red Sun. Yeah. It's like the Red Sun, the Superman, man. It takes Goldberg some time to recover. That's what
true.
it was, man.
Well, I mean, even
the Goldberg that showed for Brock Lesnar, that's the Goldberg we grew up with.
Well, at first, I was see
Town
people took my comment like I was like pissed off at the way that the match went down. But at the same time, the reason why I made that comment was because I was laughing about it.
It was
like
funny.
I was like, what? It's to me as a wrestling. I'm kind of looking at this as like a worker standpoint.
Yeah.
Like, okay, Vince, you're gonna take all this time. You're gonna spend a whole year building up fucking Lesnar to be the guy that beat the streak from the Undertaker.
Yeah.
Right.
And I heard so much shit about that.
Wiping out John Cena, completely obliterating Randy Orton, and you're gonna set him up to be this unstoppable beast, and then you have Goldberg come in with like 6 weeks going into Survivor Series, take 2 spears and a jackhammer, and that's it.
Yeah.
But I actually read somewhere where Goldberg Goldberg did have an injury, and
he had a shoulder injury.
He had a shoulder injury, and they just wanted to keep it short and not so and as a worker that kind of made sense because if you're going into the ring and you're working sore, hurt, or injured, you kind of want to do as little as you can, but still give the fans something.
Yeah.
In all honesty, it worked. It worked to Goldberg's advantages.
Well, I mean,
because quite honestly, though, we've seen a 10-man match between these two. I don't know if I want to see another 10-man match.
That's very true.
Just make it short.
But at the same time,
but
like, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say like, but at that time, man, neither one of them had. Yeah. No, I feel you, but no, I mean like, and what's it called? Ain't it rumored he's supposed to be he'll be entering the Royal Rumble and shit?
No,
like
he is
that?
entering at the Rumble.
But that's what I mean. What's it called? When I went down to that, I was like. I mean,
they got more planned for Goldberg.
He's gonna be WrestleMania.
He's gonna be at Mania.
Exactly.
He's gonna be at Mania. I guarantee it.
It's gonna be him and Brock.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's gonna be
well, what's it called? Like, because I mean, like that's not gonna end, man.
Well, who knows? It might not be Goldberg and Brock. I mean, it could be either. I want to say they could be keeping the strap on fucking Kevin Owens until Mania, and then set up something with Kevin Owens and fucking Goldberg.
Yeah.
But then again, Finn Balor's going to be coming back sometime close to Mania. So there's a lot of shit in the air. So it's like I can't really.
I just see it with him and Brock.
You know what I want? I want Nakamura versus Brock. That's what I want.
Did you guys watch
fucking show versus Brock.
You guys watched Takeover Toronto?
I did. Yeah.
Man, that fucking show was great.
I just see it him and Brock just because like the whole MMA angle.
I still don't get why they had Shinsuke drop the strap back to Joe.
I think because they're going overseas to Japan, so I think they might give it back to him when they're in Japan. Get that big, huge hometown pop.
Yeah, could be.
I was hoping that. I mean, I wanted Joe to come up to the main roster.
That's what I was kind of hoping too.
Hoping he was going to come to SmackDown because that would add so much more to that fucking.
Something that they really need.
I mean, really, Raw is stacked with talent.
Yeah, but SmackDown got Tina Turner.
Dude, I love what they're doing with fucking. I love what they're doing with Braun now. They're giving Braun a lot more now.
Did you watch the 5-on-5 men's?
Hell yeah, I did.
Dude,
that sounds gay.
Just it was gay. But like the part like what Bray gets in front of him. And like at first you're like, oh,
this is starting to sound really gay. Just saying. And then they lock lips with that passionate kiss.
From behind and
oh my!
RKO. And I killed him. That Survivor Series was really.
Probably.
Yeah.
That was my favorite match of that whole card.
The Survivor Series alone was really, really good.
Yeah, the tag team one?
Yeah.
That was good.
No, the women's match was really good, too. Mm-hmm. I still think they, was it the Nikki, or the Mickie James and the Asuka match was probably, like, match of the night.
God, that match was sick.
I could not believe after 6 years away from the ring, she can still fucking go like that. Like, she was going toe-to-toe with fucking Asuka, and that was awesome as shit to watch. I mean, not to take anything away from the fucking DIY and the Revival match.
Yeah, the 2
Cause fuck.
That fucking, like, where he jumped, like, I was like, oh, damn, dude.
That was pretty sick, yeah. That was a lot of good. It was just a lot of good matches, you know. They opened it real strong too with fucking Bobby Roode and Ty Dillinger.
Back to the fucking glorious fucking opening.
He had a whole choir singing for that motherfucker. They're really pushing that gimmick, and everyone's loving it.
Him and Nakamura, man, they get the fucking best openings.
Hell, they do. Hell yeah, they do. See, that's kind of why I was kind of stuck on like why they let him. They had Shinsuke drop the strap after that.
The only thing I can think of is that since they're going overseas.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I mean, it's kind of like if you remember with the
I don't.
It was Revival and the American Alpha.
No,
it was right after I think it was a pay-per-view where
World War II.
It was right. I think it was after a pay-per-view or actually at a weekly show for NXT, but they were still pushing the whole rivalry between American Alpha and Revival, and American Alpha finally got the NXT tag straps.
Saturday Night Fury.
Then they went into like a pay-per-view. I think like maybe like a week and a half, 2 weeks later.
Don't you wish your Fury was hot like
And then
me?
they had American Alpha drop the straps right back to fucking the Revival, but then again. American Alpha went right to SmackDown right after that.
Jerk off Timmy.
Because I really wished, well, shit, man, I don't know, they might be putting Shinsuke in the main roster. Who knows?
Anal lube.
Again, you could put him in SmackDown, and that adds so much more. Because SmackDown needs the people more than.
I'll tell you right now, if they put fucking Shinsuke on SmackDown, holy fuck. Or like you even said, Samoa Joe. Either Joe or fucking Shinsuke on SmackDown, or even both of them.
Yeah.
I mean, bring the rivalry to SmackDown. Then you'll have something more than just Dean Ambrose and AJ Styles.
That's what I'm saying. You need like a third person for the main events.
Yeah.
You need, because eventually you're going out of Dean Ambrose here soon. So who's
I don't know. I found Dean Ambrose really funny this week.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying like they've done like, well, fuck, they've had like 6 or 7 matches now. But I'm saying like you're gonna have this really. I really think that the TLC match is the last match between them. I
can tell you right now, and I'm calling this right now, I can almost guarantee that at TLC match, AJ is going to retain the title.
Oh, yeah.
And then they're going to build up the whole James Ellsworth getting his title shots against AJ Styles, and he gets over on AJ Styles. I'm calling it. I'm fucking calling it right now. They're going to put the fucking WWE strap on Ellsworth.
You think?
I think so. It's a stretch, I know, but hear me out. You hear the pop that kid gets. For some fucking reason, he's over.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what it is. I mean, not to take anything away from him, because if you ever watch any of his independent stuff, he's fucking great.
Yeah.
He's really talented.
He's decent. Yeah.
Yeah, he's very decent. He's real talented. But I mean, he's working with what the E wants to work him with, and that's cool. But the thing is, it's like, you know, the fans really don't know what James Ellsworth is capable of. But for some reason, he's over. And to be honest, I think they're gonna put the strap on fucking Ellsworth.
I don't know, man.
But it's gonna be like one of those Kane. It's gonna be one of those Kane.
24 hours.
Yeah, it's gonna be definitely one of those Kane title reigns or whatever. But I don't know. Back to what I was saying about Shinsuke, though. Could you actually imagine if they did put Shinsuke on fucking SmackDown?
God.
And then they fucking build him up with AJ.
AJ versus Shinsuke.
AJ versus Shinsuke.
Put that at WrestleMania, dude. That's a fucking...
I mean, shit, they've done it in Japan.
Oh, yeah. Wrestle Kingdom.
Fuck. There's a lot of potential there, you know? But, I mean, who knows? I mean, they might take just one of them. Maybe Shinsuke might go to SmackDown. Joe might go to SmackDown, or fuck, they might just book both of them. which I think would be perfect because you're gonna add a face and another face and another heel who can work with almost anybody on that roster. Not to mention that you have that dream match you can have in the WWE, which is Shinsuke and AJ. Mm-hmm. I mean, hell, you even put fucking Samoa Joe up against AJ.
And then we get Christopher Daniels, and then we have a fucking...
fuck. We're gonna have a fucking X Division reunion.
Hell yeah, man! That was one of my favorite matches in TNA.
Oh, the triple threat with them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was. Now I remember that match. That match was fucking awesome.
Wait, what match? I kind of
AJ versus Daniels versus Samoa Joe for the X Division title.
Do you remember that match?
Wasn't that an X match? Oh, what's it called?
Ultimate X match. I think it might have been Ultimate X match.
No, it was just regular triple threat.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, it was the original triple threat.
But dude, that match.
But didn't they have an Ultimate X match with them three in it at one point?
Eventually they did.
Yeah.
Eventually they did. But the first time they actually did it, they had just a regular triple threat match. And I think, if I remember right, I think AJ was the X Division champion at the time, and then this was Samoa Joe's first strap, and they had Joe go over in the triple threat, and then when they kept on building up the rivalry between the three of them, they made it to an Ultimate X match, and then they were kind of putting in the whole like Joe's not athletic enough to climb the X, climb the structure and shit like that, and then you end up putting him over again.
Right.
Which everyone was like, "Oh my god, the guy can climb." Well, no fucking shit.
Well,
Don't judge a book by its fucking cover. It's like just because Samoa Joe.
And that's the funny thing, like with Vince. Vince doesn't wanted him to lose weight.
Yeah. But I mean, at the same time, I'm gonna bust out with this. Vince should know better. He's dealt with fucking Samoans.
Yeah,
them dudes are like genetic freaks. I mean, exactly.
Well, even like the Wild Samoans.
Even before some
the Wild Samoans. Yeah, the Wild Samoans and the fucking head shrinkers come to mind because they weren't cut, but they were athletic.
Yeah. Yeah.
They still had their guts and stuff like, they still had guts and shit, but they worked their asses off. You can't judge a book by its cover. At least Triple H sees that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least Triple H sees a lot of the potential in Joe. But at the same time, I mean, Joe's getting up there in age. I mean, he's not.
Dude, I wish probably 10 years ago.
Yeah, he might have only a couple maybe.
Could you imagine 10 years ago if you had Joe Styles, running fucking WWE?
Jesus Christ.
To me, I mean, as a fan, I kind of wish that would have happened, but at the same time, as a worker, I can see why this is all happening the way it is.
Yeah, I mean, because you got to remember, 10 years ago, there would have been like they really weren't pushing. It was more like really G-rated.
Yeah,
it wasn't. It's a little bit more edgier now than it has been in previous years.
Oh, it's getting a little bit. It's getting there, but
it's never gonna go back to Attitude Era.
Yeah, I don't. You know what? To a point though, like as much as Attitude Era was the era I fucking watched the most, I don't want it to go back to that though. To be honest,
I'm kind of in that camp too.
Yeah, because that's just like a one in a lifetime kind of thing.
Yeah,
that's the right people.
Yeah,
it's kind of like
it's the right people in the right moment and the right attitude in the air. Yeah. Like what's it called? Perfect example. Even though that's called in some sense, yeah. One could argue they could have did a lot better, but when they tried to bring back DX, DX worked for like the 90s.
Yeah,
it's not gonna work now because there's not that kind of rebellion anymore. Mm-hmm. So DX is just I mean, like DX when they brought it back, it's just like it's a throwback. So every time they tried to bring it back, it was like these old fucks. Who gives a fuck?
Bring it down.
Exactly. My geritord's kicking in. It's starting to throw my hip thrust.
Suck it.
Nah, I mean, but that's just, that's how I feel with the attitude. They try to do it now.
It's kind of like the same thing with the Golden Age, like with Warrior and Hogan and Savage and all that. You can't recreate that kind of shit. Each era has its moments, and it has its guys. You can't recreate that. It's really weird because even if you look at wrestling back in around the 2000s. You know what? It was stuck. It was stuck during that transition where it didn't know if it wanted to continue to be like the edgy the edgy pushing the boundaries kind of entertainment, or they wanted to go back to